Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Happy Friday and happy Cinco de Mayo. As far as the markets are concerned, overnight prices, beans about unchanged, corn and wheat up a couple of cents. Yesterday, we had a big day as far as the corn and wheat market was concerned as the funds came in and sold the market pretty heavy and down pretty sharply. This week we rallied on weather with cold, wet conditions across the Midwest, raising concern about the winter wheat crop and also concerns that farmers may not get the corn planted. The maps now suggest maybe a little bit drier weather down the road, and so the funds gave up on their buying and came in and sold out their liquidation. Actually, in the corn market, open interest yesterday went up, suggesting funds added to their net corn positions on the short side. So this week, first of all, we had the Kansas Wheat Tour. They came out with a yield that was above average, but below last year's record, and that suggested to some traders that the cold, wet conditions did not hurt the crop as much as anticipated. We also noted that China overnight adjusted slightly their VAT tax. That's going to give some of the Chinese crushers a little bit more profit, but it's not expected to change their import demand. We also have next week the USDA report, and we get back to kind of numbers pushing the market. And most people are looking for not a big change in the U.S. Soybean, corn, and wheat supply and demand, but they could raise global stocks again, and so that could put some pressure on the marketplace. This is also the first time the USDA will come up with an official crop estimate of the winter wheat crop numbers. They should be down from last year, but maybe not as much as what we need to push prices higher. The CME announced force majeure across the Illinois River system because of flooding. So right now they cannot load barges out, so they can't take in grain in. So that's temporary, and again the weather is going to be pretty significant as to what happens there, because if we walk in Monday, it's a dry forecast. This is only temporary. Rains across the same areas next week could make this a longer time frame. We also note that we'll be watching the Commerce Department and their vote on the dumping laws and also a producer credit. The rumor is that they are going to put some kind of 25% tariff on imports of veg oil used for biodiesel. That would probably reduce the supply of that and raise the demand for U.S. domestic soybean oil. And finally, we noted that China sold most of the reserves out of their corn that they had up for auction. That suggests that the price was right and the demand was high. That continues to suggest that they're trying to get rid of this record amount of corn they have in reserve and will probably limit their demand for imported feed grains. So we're kind of stuck right now, maybe in a trading range until we know more about U.S. weather. And we'll also be kind of watching the global economic outlook. Yesterday we saw almost every commodity down, and some people feel that some of the data suggests that the U.S. and world economy is slowing, which is not bullish for commodity prices. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.